Welcome back to another episode of the Fourth Quarter Podcast, man. What episode is this, boys?
39.
39. We about to hit that 40. That, you know what I'm saying? That dirty 40. You know what I'm talking about? But right now, we're on number 39. We got a great episode for you today. I just want first, you know what I'm saying? How's everybody doing?
I'm good,
doing
man.
Good, bro.
Great. One at a time, guys.
Great.
I'm straight, gang.
Straight gang. That's what I like to hear, man. Dude, how you feeling, man? Oh, God. Oh, God. Kitty, how you feeling, dog?
Outstanding, man. Let's go, dog.
Fresh cut, you ready to go? You know what I'm talking about? Tell them what's up, man. What type of bottoms you got on right now? All right, let's get right into it, baby. We got 4 topics, 4 quarters for y'all today. First quarter, there, put 12 minutes on the clock. We're going to talk about LiAngelo Ball. Does he deserve a spot? Is he going to get a spot? What y'all think?
I think he deserves a spot. I can't answer is it on if he's going to get one, just because coaches and GMs are so weird nowadays. They keep a dude that don't really produce just because he's been in the league 10 years over like somebody that can actually come in and hit at least 1 3. But yeah, I think Jello deserves a spot, man, just based on the fact that even if you're not looking at it from you're trying to win a championship aspect, I think Cam was saying this or somebody was saying this, but he'll bring like revenue to Charlotte, just to throw a team out there. He'll bring revenue to Charlotte just because of the fact of his name. He'll be playing with his brother. And I think like it'll be like Showtime basketball. Like that's just cool to see. Productivity wise, like I just stated, I think he can knock down the 3 for you. And that's more than I can say about a lot of guys in the league. So I do believe he should get a spot. Do I believe he's going to get one? I don't know, but I guess we'll see.
I respect that. I think I might agree with you. What you think, Cam?
Yeah, like you said, like he would bring revenue, 1, to Charlotte. 2, I feel like they should do it to please their star player. I mean, I don't know if I would be some people that probably would say like, man, Terry was there better than him or Gordon Hayward better than him. But to me, their star player is Lamelo. Like that's the player that they're building around. So you want to make him happy. So to me, it like if it's gonna make him extra happy to have his brother playing with him and then he the last man on the roster, like why not? It's a win-win, honestly. You're not gonna play your last man on the roster, and he would bring revenue. Like even though he's not playing, people would come just to see like the Ball brothers together. Like you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't do it. And honestly, I don't even know who the 15th man on this Hornets is, but I'm pretty sure he's better than him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, I don't know. I think they should, though.
What you think?
I don't think they should add him at all. It depends on what you want. I do get the revenue. He will sell tickets. Even when he was on the Detroit Pistons, when he was playing with them or whatever before the season actually started, I watched that entire game to see if he would play on my Apple desktop. I waited for him to play, and he didn't play a second. So they will get more views and more revenue, but is that what they want? Or do they want to be a playoff team? Do they want to waste a spot on him? Because if they get him, I don't think they will be getting him because he's just a good player and they think he's going to produce. They will pretty much be getting him to make their best player or second best player happy. And first off, I don't think LaMelo is good enough for you to just get his brother to make him happy. He is not a LeBron James. Like LeBron James, if his son comes to the NBA, you take Bronny. Rather he suck or not, you take Bronny. Giannis, he's an MVP in this league, defensive player of the year. You take his brother. You take all his brothers. You take all of them. Kufis, Donis. You take all of them to make Giannis happy. He's an MVP in this league. What has LaMelo done? Rookie of the year. That's great. But hey, it's levels to this. Understand. So I just can't. I wouldn't pick up Jello. I'm not gonna lie. He is better than what I thought, but he's not all that. His jump shot is pretty good. He really can't put the ball on the ground too well. Defense, he plays hard on defense, but in an NBA game, like who can he guard? He might be able to guard summer league guys. I still don't think he can guard like actual players that's going to be like in the regular season. And I actually watched some of their summer league. It's guys out there that's better than him. You got James Bouknight, clearly better than Jello. He's a guard. You got Melo, that's another guard better than him. Terry Rozier, that's another guard better than him. I don't know what position y'all want to consider Gordon Hayward, the 3 maybe, but he'll play more than him. Who else you got? They just picked up Kelly Oubre. I mean, you want to call him a shooting guard or a small forward, whatever you want to consider him. They just picked up Ish Smith. Ish Smith is way better than Jello, so he'll be like the 6th or 7th. He might be the 6th or 7th best guard. And why would you just pick him up? It's not gonna be much for him to do on the floor. So you pick him up for the revenue, and then do you play him too, just to make the fans happy and just waste a spot? Do you just play him too, or do you just sit him on the bench? Because he wouldn't be good enough to play good minutes. Because like I just said, I just named guards better than him: Ish Smith, Rozier, Lamelo, Kelly Oubre. I'm naming guards. Is he better than Cody Martin? No, he's not better than Cody Martin. He's not. Huh?
He could be.
As of today.
Cody Martin ain't nothing special. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think none of us are saying like we want him to play though. Like I'm saying, like I'm looking at their roster. It's a guy, and no disrespect to this guy, it's a guy named DJ Carton on their team. I'm pretty sure none of us know who that is.
Pack him up, man.
Vernon Carey Jr. He's on their roster.
I know about him. No, I know about him now.
He was. I'm not gonna lie. He was solid, but it's like he's not playing. Jello can sit on the bench and bring you revenue, and yeah, it's like why wouldn't you?
Vernon Carey Jr.
Even if he's not better than him, it's like y'all aren't playing him and y'all aren't playing me. So at least make some money.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
I'm with y'all as far as revenue. I'm just saying they almost made the playoffs last year. Before LaMelo got injured, they were in the playoffs. So I don't think their main focus is to get more revenue. I think their main focus is to get into the playoffs. Like I said, before Melo was hurt or injured, they were going to probably make the playoffs. So I don't think their mindset is let's get the most revenue we could get. I think their mindset is let's make the playoffs and let's see what we could do.
And that can still be their mindset, because whether they have DJ Carton or LiAngelo, that's not going to affect let's get into the playoffs. You get what I'm saying? The only thing that's going to do is give them more revenue.
And to do that, we being 100% honest, like let's be realists here. The Hornets aren't with that last roster spot unless they can run KD hard. They're not going to make too much noise. So I get what you're saying, but it's like they're not going to pick up a superstar. So with that last roster spot, it really doesn't matter. To Cam's point, when you already got people on the bench who aren't getting PT and is not making a difference. So I get putting even revenue aside. We don't know what Jello can do. I mean, he came in first game, 16 points. I mean, obviously that's not going to be something he could do every night, but I mean, who knows?
He was the second best player on their summer league team.
No.
In my opinion. Huh?
No. I mean, you said your opinion. You're a man, but
who was the second best player on their summer league team?
I would say Kai Jones.
No. But yeah, plus minus wise, like, you know what I'm saying? He was the second leading person in plus minus on that team for the summer league, coming off the bench and like getting no plays ran for him. Just
who's first?
James Bouknight, I think.
Bouknight. Okay.
So to me, that's telling me he had a top 2 impact on that team coming off the bench, playing minimal minutes, and he got it just off of straight hustling. You know what I'm saying? Following his shots, hitting his shots when they came to him, playing defense, and not getting that many minutes. And to make one of the biggest impacts on the team doing that shows me like if you value him and give him a chance to hoop and get better, he could add value to your team. On top of that, he can add, like Cam said, revenue value to your team. He can sell more tickets, and on top of that, it'll make your star player happy. You know what I'm saying? So you get a player that's going to work hard, play hard, sell you tickets, and make your best player happy. That's a win.
Go back to your. Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say quickly, I had forgot, but that's another point I wanted to make. Obviously, Melo is not Bron, but certain organizations, they have their Bron tier player, if that makes sense. Like, for instance, Portland, Dame, Denver, Joker, you know what I'm saying? So to Charlotte, Melo is their LeBron. So to make him happy, that is what's most important. So to your point of, or your example of saying, like, if Bron wanted Bronny on his team, you would do it. But it's like, you always want to make your star happy on your team.
I get that.
And to add on to that, like you said, what has Melo done? You kind of just said it. Like before he got injured, they were in the playoffs, even though they still ended up making the play-in. Like to change a team, I ain't gonna say he did it all by himself or nothing, but he came in and they somehow made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? His rookie year. So it's like I'm obviously adding positive effect. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying a playoff like
rookie of the year and MVP. Like he got rookie of the year. He showed like I'm a good player. Like I'm above average. Obviously, I'm the best rookie.
I don't even think he really. This is kind of off topic, but I don't even think he really like played the best or not. I think he just changed their culture. Like they play totally different now that he's there, and that's
they're exciting. Like people want to go watch Hornets.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
They play better basketball as far as like passing, finding a better shot than just let me get mine ball.
Yeah. So yeah.
You will want to make your star player happy. I mean, obviously he's not a LeBron, but yeah, to what Cam's point, just to add on to that, yeah, you said it. Like, what has he done? So he got into the playoffs after not making it. You can chalk that up to whoever you want to, but the addition of Melo, they made it, or the play-in at least. And to what I just said, he got rookie of the year. Like, I mean, he can't get it's not impossible, but the odds are very much against him. And he was injured sometime and still came back and made a big enough impact to win rookie of the year. So making your star player happy, that matters, even if that means your brother sitting at the end of the bench in a jumpsuit.
I hear y'all.
But I do get what I don't want to make it seem like what you're saying is just idiotic. I do understand what you're saying. They could use that roster spot, but that's just how I look at it. It's like, who are we going to get right now that can come in and just automatically make us a playoff team? You know what I'm saying?
I think I know what y'all gonna say, but is he better than Collin Sexton?
LiAngelo?
No. LiAngelo's
not. That's what I'm like. What in the world?
No. I'm saying, is LaMelo better than Collin Sexton?
Nah, like that's a tough one because
I'd rather have LaMelo.
Right.
That's what I was going to say. If I'm starting a team, I'm choosing LaMelo over.
But he's not. To answer your question straight up, no, he's not right this second. No.
Hey, I ain't saying no. Real talk. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think he is.
Collin Sexton is a bucket, but
but see, the thing about that is, before we have to wrap up and go to the second quarter, I want to get this last point out. I feel like not anybody, obviously Collin Sexton is good. I've been watching him since high school, Bama. I know he's good, but it's like when you give somebody the green light, and I think we talked about this before, Kenny, you can do some stuff with the green light. Collin Sexton, you're playing for, sorry to the Cavs fans and the organization, they're ass. So when you have that much of a squad there and do, like, for example, what he did to Brooklyn, which was a great game by him, but it's like you have, if you give Melo the green light, I'm pretty sure he can drop 40 and 50 as well. Because I think he's a great scorer. I know a lot of people still don't see him as a three-point shooter, but I think he can do it. He's just like what Cam said, he's a good ball player.
Youngest to ever get a triple-double, right?
Yeah.
How much time we got left? One of y'all got to stop clock?
One thing I got to – oh, sorry.
But
one thing I do have to give – even though the Cavs are bad and stuff, he's efficient and he scores. Like, I know many people don't keep up with the Cavs, but – yeah, he scores like a lot of points, and it's not like he's shooting 30% or nothing. Like I think he might shoot 50% like from the field, if I'm not mistaken, or either from like 2 point, like at least like inside the 3-point line.
So
you know.
So the reason I asked that, like, just to see who y'all think is better, like if Collin Sexton had a little brother named Nolan Sexton, I don't think the Cavs should pick him up just to make him happy, because it's like, I just don't feel like you're good enough to just bring essentially a bum. Essentially, Jello's a bum to NBA standards. He's a bum.
The thing about the Cavs, I think they might trade Collin Sexton. Like, I don't think they believe in Collin Sexton like the Hornets believe in LaMelo.
LaMelo's a franchise changer.
What?
Collin Sexton is a good player.
Right.
What Demir was just saying, you make your LeBron happy. Collin Sexton would be the Cavaliers' LeBron.
Well, no,
He's
you're
their
looking at it
no.
from the aspect as he's
Might
the
be
Cavs'
Darius
best
Garland.
player. He's
That's
the
what I'm
Cavs-
saying.
He's the Cavs' best player, but Charlotte are putting their marbles in Melo. They can trade Collin Sexton if they find an offer that's good enough today. Melo's not getting traded unless they saying we'll give you LeBron and KD.
Yeah, like pretty much. I think LaMelo is like when it comes to trading, I think LaMelo is untouchable. I think they're like, don't even call my phone if you're asking about LaMelo. I think the Cavs are like, we'll listen. Like if you got what's good, like we'll trade Collin Sexton. Like you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, F listening, they probably was trying to get him out the door. This
So they called him.
but let's not get too wrapped up in that. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's their franchise player. Colin Sexton, I wouldn't consider a franchise player. But
I get it.
moving on, we got some buzz coming around the league with Ben pretty much saying like, don't talk to me, talk to my agent. I'm not coming to training camp. What y'all think about that whole situation? Where do y'all think he should end up? And where do y'all see Philly moving forward? And do y'all see him playing in the Phillies jersey next season?
I don't
either.
I do not. I don't at all. I think the
And I'm with him too. By the way, I side with him. But go ahead, Kenny.
I think he's done playing with Philly. That's how I feel. I think they should trade him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want a player that don't want to play with me. If you don't want to play, get out. I'm going to trade you. I'm going to upgrade. And they have upgrades out there available. Like the Wizards, they might have to throw somebody else in, but they might be able to get somebody like a Bradley Beal. Their contracts, it matches. So I'm saying if you can get somebody like Bradley Beal for Ben Simmons, I would like that. I would like that. So I'm saying I would get him out of there. And I think he's trying to get out of there because pretty much I think the Philly organization is blaming him. Like pretty much I think Philly and Doc and Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, I think these guys are blaming him because it's your fault. You miss free throws. You're a point guard. You're not a scoring threat. You pass the ball to Thibault and then he smoke a layup. So I think pretty much he's just trying to. It's like when you work at the warehouse at Lowe's, and you don't like somebody. You're trying to leave that situation. You're trying to run away because you don't want this smoke. So that's what he's trying to do in Philly. He's trying to leave and go somewhere else, and he think it's going to be sweet. And we're going to trade you to the Wizards and you're going to get 25 wins. But he just don't want the smoke no more. They're blaming him. And I think they should blame him. I mean, he's a big reason why they lost. And I think he's just don't want to be a part of the organization no more because it might be awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he's just not comfortable right now that they're blaming him. And I think he just don't want to be there for Philly no more. So he's just trying to get in a better situation rather than his mindset should be, I got to get better. It's my fault. It's my fault. I got to fix my stuff. If I fix my stuff, we win. But that's not his mindset. His mindset is let me go somewhere else. And you're going to go somewhere else, you're going to get traded, and it's not going to be as good. He's not going to go somewhere that's a better situation than Philly. He's not going to the Lakers. He's not going to the Nets. He's not going to the Bucks. So he's probably going to go to a situation that's not as good as Philly, and you're going to get 25 wins.
It might be better for him, though. Well, let me backtrack. I actually agree with you that he's not going to play in Philly no more, but where I disagree with you is like the blame and like it being his fault. Yes, he does have to get better. I'm not trying to give him no pass. Like he did play horrible, but I just don't like how people say like, man, this guy can't shoot. It's like, bro, y'all knew that at the beginning when we was like, we the number 1 seed without me being able to shoot. Like we all knew this before this came. So it's like, don't try to make it. Then one of y'all told me, didn't they ask Doc, like, are y'all gonna be able to do it? He like, no, we good. Like, we got it. Like, and then when it happened, he like, oh no, now. Like, what changed? Y'all knew I couldn't shoot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, he does have to play better. I'm not saying he didn't play horrible. Like, he still could have done more. But I just don't like how they try to blame on like spacing and stuff. Like, yeah, like even though I think that. But yeah, it's like y'all knew I couldn't shoot and stuff. And Kenny, we even talk about this, how you know how you say like I'm a ride with my best player, or like obviously he's not the best player, but you know how you say like I'm a ride with this person even if he's missing.
Yeah.
With Ben Simmons, it's like with the Philly fans, it's like y'all gotta like. That's why I understand like him saying like, don't call me, don't like call my agent, because it's like their team was like Doc was saying like, oh no, he gotta go. We gonna have to do like. It's like, dang, Doc, like you're turning on me, bro. Like I understand I gotta be better, but to the public, you're supposed to say I'm gonna ride with my guys. Then call me and say like you gotta get better or something. But don't go to the media and say like, yeah, I
Sell them
don't
out.
know. Right, you know what I'm saying? So
I get what you're saying. I get what you're
I
saying.
feel them. I honestly feel them. Like I don't want to talk to them because they sold me out pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me slide a little bit more in. It's not all his fault, but like if we had to look and we had to say whose fault was it the most, Ben Simmons, I think, would have to take the most blame of why they lost. But it's not all his fault. So let me say that.
I don't know if he'll be gone. Just for the simple fact, we seen how hard it was for Harden to get up out of there. I think he literally had to fake putting on weight and miss training camp, be late to training camp practices and stuff like that just for him to get out of there. And I just don't know if they're gonna like. And then I think another thing that kind of like made it better, not Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid got on Twitter today and was trying to say like, oh, he's still my buddy. I don't want him gone. Like they can kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's just trying to do that for social media.
Oh, he did.
I just don't know if he'll be gone.
Yeah.
But I am going to slightly agree with Kenny just based on the fact that I'm taking all Cam's points in, but it's like, okay, even if y'all know I can't shoot or whatever, it's still on you as a player to try to get better on your own. Just because they know you can't shoot don't mean you like go in there and like that's pretty much just saying like F it. Like I don't care. Like this is and he did make and to add to that, he like Kenny said, he made some dumb stuff too. Like because even not being able to shoot, you still have to find another way to be able to attack on your team. Like, yeah, you have to find another way to do something, be a threat. And for you to go up on Trae Young in front of you and throw it to Thibault, that's like, and then that's just one example of other things that he did. I think out of 3 of those games or something like that, he scored 0 points in the fourth quarter or something like. I don't my stats aren't facts or I don't know about off the top of my head, but yeah, you have to as a player, like especially as the type of player he wants to be labeled as, or some people got Ben Simmons top 10 and blah blah blah, and he's the best this and you okay, I get it. They knew, but it's like you still have to go out there and try to help your team as well. Like you just can't sit on it like, oh yeah, I can't shoot and my team just gonna take it. Like, no, it don't. Like you got to get better as a player on your own without somebody being like having to tell you. But Doc is wrong for like throwing him under the bus because like I said, I remember now this is a fact. Beginning of the season, they asked him, "Oh, how does it feel knowing that your point guard can't shoot?" Blah blah. Oh, we not worried about that. We gonna make it work. Blah blah blah. And at the end of the season, Doc, do you think Ben Simmons can still be a point guard here and you guys contend for a title? I don't know. Like you can't do that. Like you can't.
Hey, bro.
Like you can't do that. But yeah, that's my take on it.
Heat dog.
Right.
I agree. Like on both parties are like, well, actually, let me not say that because 76ers, you got to change your asking price, dude. Are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? What they say?
Added to that, that's another reason why I don't know if he'll be gone because I think they're going to be stubborn.
Harden type player, like, come on, dude. Why would I give you a James Harden type player for a Rondo type player? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta understand they're gonna lose the trade. Like you're probably not gonna win this one, but it's okay because Doc don't want them.
That's what I'm saying. So just bite the bullet, get you a nice little, you know what I'm saying, Romeo Langford. You know,
according to Doc and them, he'll take a Rondo. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so. Well, what did he say? Like I don't know if you able to win when your point guard can't shoot or something like that. Didn't he say something like that?
I got a Carson Edwards for him. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, so it's like go get a point guard that can shoot and you better win, which you won't. That's why I say, Kenny, like how you said, like he probably not gonna go to a better situation. He's not gonna win in Philly, so it's like you might as well go to somewhere like the Timberwolves, and your stats are better. You know what I'm saying? Because either way, you're not winning. So
yeah, I think Kenny was just saying like at least they'll do what they did this year and like the year before. Like they're gonna always be a playoff team, but it just won't amount to anything. So even with him, like you said, with him there or gone, they won't do anything. So it just kind of depends on what Ben wants. Do I want to get my stats up or do I want to continue to make playoffs?
yeah, because if you go somewhere else, you can make yourself look better, and now somebody might pay you. Because as of right now, he already got his extension, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But if he keep going down this path, this might be his last big one. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he can do like a Chris Paul, go somewhere that fits him, get his stats up, and then it's like, all right, now we want him back again, like to a contender. But I don't know, man. He in a tough one. But like I said, I don't like how people are acting like, man, this guy can't shoot. It's like, bro, we all knew this. But
I
the
think he
thigh
hasn't
ball,
really
like,
been on
passes to thigh
play on the big stage like this before.
ball. Mhm.
And I think that's what really made it like, wow. Because even myself, and y'all know, Russ and Ben, if y'all know I'm going to hate on any two players, those are my two. And even this year for me, I'm like, damn, this dude really sucks. Like, I was appalled, bro. Like, I was shocked. I'm like,
I
Ben
just try to
trash.
I think I just try to put myself in his shoes. Like, obviously, Philly wants them to report to Embiid, like which is well earned and stuff. So it's like, y'all know I can't shoot. So it's like, help me out. Like, I try to put myself in his shoes. It's like, I don't want to get in his way, but I also can't shoot. So it's kind of hard for him to like find a place out there. But you can't put him on the bench because he's a valuable player. Like, obviously we say he suck and stuff, but he's valuable. So it's hard for him, honestly, like playing in Philly.
But you know, I've been telling y'all this for like 3 years now. It was not going to work when you have a guy like that. Y'all,
Oh yeah, I knew.
LeBron and all, like Ben Simmons' offensive game is basic as hell, and I don't care. Kill me if y'all like. Whoever watching, say whatever y'all want down in the comments. Ben Simmons is his offensive game is basic as hell, and it's starting to show.
I just did research. Ben Simmons averaged 9.9 points against the Hawks this year. So I understand what Cam is saying. He's not a shooter. And I think what Cam was trying to get at is like Joel Embiid, he's the primary scorer and he's in the paint. So it's kind of harder for Ben to get there type thing. That's pretty much what you were saying, Cam? Even with that, you're supposed to score more than 9.9 points a game. That's pretty bad.
Can you read off his assists? Can you at least give me double-digit assists?
I don't even think
he averaged about 9.6 assists, I think.
He averaged 8 points. No, that's good. He averaged 8.6 assists. So they actually round that to 9. So
Literally Rondo, bro.
See, but to me, the reason I say that, okay, I'm gonna bring this all full circle. How much did Ben Simmons average in the entire regular season?
Hold on, I got you. Hold up.
14, right?
Is Marcus Smart better than Ben Simmons? He would have been with me now. You know,
those questions are always so hard to ask unless you asking like, is LeBron better than Rondo? Because I don't know if I would say he's better, but if I'm on my team, I would take Marcus Smart before I take Ben Simmons. But that doesn't necessarily mean I think he's better. I don't know, bro.
14.3. Ben
Okay,
Simmons
14.3. You say he averaged 9.9 in the playoffs. So he had a decrease of 4 points.
Well, against the Hawks, but yeah.
Right, against the Hawks. So it's like, yes, that's the decrease. And he got to play better. But 4 point decrease, and I know it's not all about stats, but since we here, that shouldn't give you an excuse. And this is where I look at Embiid. That shouldn't give you an excuse to lose to the Hawks. And I'm gonna keep saying this: a team that y'all said wouldn't even make the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? Like like he didn't he didn't score. He went down 4 points, but you can't blame us losing the series on Ben Simmons, like especially against the Hawks.
Hold on, Kenny. To rebuttal that, I say you can because one, my first point is y'all. I've heard you say this before, Cam. Y'all call him a star. So first off, before we even get started, 14 points is inexcusable. And then to decrease in the playoffs when it matters most, and you're a star, that makes it even more worse when Embiid was averaging, I want to say like 28, 27 regular season, and I think he averaged 30 in that series.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what can Embiid do? So yes.
Well, the reason I say 14 points is okay is because y'all were the number 1 seed with that. So it's like y'all were okay with that.
You have to factor in game planning, though. It's the same thing with Giannis when they went against the Heat the year before last. Like, yeah, you're gonna get these MVPs and DPOIs, and then when you get to the playoffs, we're going to brick wall your ass. They just prepared for Ben Simmons. It's like we know he can't shoot, so it's like, but it's like Ben didn't even try to find a different way to be harmful to the other team.
And like, see, I'm just thinking back to it. I think they had a game where they were up like 20 plus points in the fourth quarter, and the Hawks came back and won, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
so. That it's like stuff like that. If I'm Ben Simmons, I'm thinking, what? Like y'all gonna blame that on me?
I mean,
yeah,
the point guard, the floor general. Yes, I blame it on the floor general. If you're up 20,
Embiid was like 0 for 7.
Absolutely. Okay, but you're the floor general.
What?
Let's look at Ben Simmons stats that game, please.
Let's break this down.
Let's look at Ben Simmons stats this game. I would love to see what Ben Simmons did.
If I'm who, like, let's just think about it. The Jazz, Mike Conley is their general, right?
Absolutely.
If they're up 20 points in a game in the fourth quarter and they end up losing, we're not gonna say, Mike Conley, what were you doing?
Hold up. Somebody do find the research of Joel Embiid's stats average against the Hawks in that 7-game series and find it in the regular season. I'm willing to bet y'all right now it didn't decrease. We already seen that Ben Simmons' points decrease. It should increase.
No, I'm not trying to blame this series on Embiid. Like, I'm not trying to say it was his fault. I just don't like how everybody in Philly is like, this entire series is on Ben Simmons.
Not the entire, about 80%, yeah.
See, yeah, I don't agree with that.
That's a lot of credit.
I think this is correct.
Agree with that.
Yeah, so this was game 5. They were down 22 points. Embiid finished with 37 and 13. Ben Simmons finished with 8, 9, and 4. I don't give a damn if Embiid went 0 for 15. He finished with 37 and 13.
That's how it works when you're the best player.
But I'm saying, though, like, I remember a couple seasons ago, people were even hesitant to say that. Now it's clear cut. Yeah, Embiid is the best. But I remember people saying it was like, what? It was by a hair. Ben Simmons is a star, and he can't even get double-digit points, and you're saying that that's Embiid's fault because he went 0 for 7? That's ridiculous.
I'm saying, like, can we, if we're in the fourth quarter up by 20 points and y'all keep giving me the ball and I keep missing, even though I scored 37 in the previous 3 quarters, and this could be wrong, this might be a different game, but I'm just saying, like, if I just go 0 for 7 in the fourth quarter and it's like they come back from 20 down, and y'all go to the locker room and look at Ben Simmons, and he probably thinking, I didn't even get a rep up. Like, what y'all looking at me for? Like, I didn't take a shot.
It's crazy too, because Philly had a better field goal percentage and a better 3-point percentage that game and still lost.
That's what I'm like.
Wow. But no. So back to your analogy, though. I like you a slick motherfucker, but back to your analogy. If Mike Conley's my floor general and Donovan is my star player, if Donovan finishes with 37 and 13, I'm not even gonna blink at him. It's not his fault. I'm sorry.
He ain't go 0 for 7 in the fourth.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault. Because Ben Embiid can say, I gave y'all the 20-point lead. Can y'all win the game for me?
And you know what I would say? Yeah, we can if you didn't take 7 shots and miss all of them.
Oh my, y'all give me the ball. All to do look at it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think Embiid was probably telling them, give me the damn ball. So it's like,
oh my god. Or Embiid was probably saying, well, my point guard can't do anything, so let me attempt these.
Who else gonna do it?
Yeah, hold on.
Somebody else for Embiid going 0 for 7.
Hold on.
Because
even Steph Curry had 36.
Okay, like that's kind of proving my point. How do y'all lose?
Ben Simmons had 8 points.
Damn, this is simple, guys. Let's make this simple. Ben averaged 9.9 points in the series against the Hawks. That's probably not going to cut it.
I got something.
That's probably not going to cut it. He's supposed to be the second best player on the team, but he's getting Draymond Green stats. And y'all tell me that Draymond Green isn't all that. Isn't that what y'all tell me? And he get 8 points. So
let me rebuttal that. Ben Simmons had 8 points.
We're gonna let Cam rebuttal, then we're gonna take a guess on where the best fit for Ben before we wrap up to the third quarter. But go ahead, Cam.
You said Ben had 8 points, right?
8 points. That's all he had
and he averages 14 for the regular season. So that's a -6 draw. Like you minus that 6. Seth Curry averages 12.5, right?
Yep.
And he had 36 points.
Mm-hmm.
That's plus, if my math is correct,
24.
that's about 24. So you add that together, you're still at plus 18. So if like once you do the math, we're at a positive as far as the other people besides the star player. So go ahead, star player. Don't take 7 shots and miss all of them.
No,
How do you lose? How do you lose the game when Seth Curry gives you 36 points?
Oh my goodness.
And B went 12 for 20 and 11 out of 13 from free throw. So even with that 0 for 7 that you're talking about, he still had an efficient game. So it's like, and Ben Simmons, where is it at?
I got
only attempted 4 freaking shots, Cam. That's inexcusable.
That's what I mean. Like that's not net. He might have like went down a little bit, but he's not a high volume shooter.
Hold on, y'all. I don't let people off the hook too often. Pretty much what's going on is Cam letting Ben Simmons off the hook. I understand you're saying he averaged 14 points and he went down to 9. So you're saying it's really not that big of a downgrade. Actually, 5 points is a big downgrade. 4 points is a big downgrade. Also, if you look at the average for starting point guards, good point guards like all-stars, you think the average is 9 points a game? Like that's not normal. That's way below the league average. Like you're not even getting your average, bro. You average X amount of points in the regular season. You should average that in the regular season. Joel Embiid probably averaged 30 in the regular season. He probably averaged 30 in the playoffs. That's what you're supposed to do. Or get better, or play harder and get more. That's what you're supposed to do. KD probably averaged 30 in the regular season. He probably averaged 30 in the playoffs or more. That's how it's supposed to work. You're not supposed to get worse in the playoffs. I didn't know you're supposed to do that.
I see what you're trying to do though, and I don't want to keep dragging this out.
I said he got to get better. I never said. The only point I'm trying to make is I don't think the entire organization of the Philadelphia 76ers should say, I don't know what we're going to do with Ben. Like, this is all his fault. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, no. I mean, Embiid probably got like 2.7% in there.
Embiid, I'm not saying he got to take no credit or nothing, but as a team, y'all shouldn't have lost to a team that y'all said wasn't even going to make the playoffs. I don't care how you do it.
Philly was the ship. Ben Simmons is the anchor. And I'm kind of saying reverse of what you're saying. I'm not trying to put it all on Ben Simmons, but like even to your point, because I'm a realist, I know if they go out and get somebody, that don't mean they're gonna go to the championship. But I think everybody in the world knows their chances gets higher when they let go of Ben Simmons and get an average point guard who can at least attempt a 3.
Like
it's majority his fault. He's holding them back.
Mitchell take his spot.
Game is so basic.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you add a better player, but I don't think their chances get better if you add a worse player that can just shoot a 3. You just said Donovan.
I said average.
Yeah, if you add Donovan Mitchell,
I'm naming a player that's on his level, like a top.
Donovan Mitchell is a lot better than Ben Simmons.
I'm just naming all-star. Ben's an all-star.
I said
average. De'Aaron Fox.
I said average. They get better. You can name 10 players.
De'Aaron Fox, they win.
De'Aaron Fox is better.
They beat the Hawks. They beat the Hawks with De'Aaron Fox.
I don't think that's everybody wouldn't agree on that. I don't think.
I got a bombshell to drop. They beat the Hawks.
Somebody got all NBAs.
They beat the Hawks with Darren Collison.
See?
Nah, I can't get it out.
They beat the Hawks with Darren Collison.
See?
All right, next.
Are y'all serious right now?
Darren
Collison could get you 8, 9, and 4. You know,
that's my whole point.
Trae Young would have scored 80 on Darren Collison.
Damn mind. You are
Crazy,
out of
bro.
your mind, bro.
Ben Simmons is a first-team all-defender, bro, and he was giving him bucks.
But I'm saying it's not going to increase. Like Darren Collison is still a human. He still has a body. He would have did the same thing he would have did. And Darren Collison would have, like what Rod just said, Darren Collison can give you 8, 9, and 4.
I'm exaggerating, but it would have been he would have got played off the court. He can't stick straight up.
No, that's another thing I think is overrated. But like Kenny said, we can move on. His defense is overrated. His defense is overrated.
No, he do be like he's physical, but he played D. Like that's one thing I'm not gonna. It's like if his defense is overrated, that he pretty much can't do anything on the court.
Well, you know how I feel. You know how I feel. Don't get me started. You know how I feel, and that's not an exaggeration. Leave your comments down below how you feel. They will win that series. I'm not talking about the championship. They win that Hawks series with Darren Collison.
Bro, Darren Collison doesn't make that much of a difference. Like, well,
but that's my whole point. That's why I'm blaming Ben. That's why I said average. I'm not naming Donovan Mitchell like Kenny is saying. You put an average point guard who can score more than Ben Simmons. They can win. So let me go back to that. What the score was 109, 106. Ben Simmons had 8 points. Darren Collison could have 3 more points. So we looking at even a overtime or they win the game. That's my whole point right there.
It's plenty of guys. Let me say this. I'm gonna say this. It's plenty of guys. There's plenty of guys that you could have put in Ben Simmons' spot, and they would have beat the Hawks. There are several. I don't have to say the main guys, like obviously Dame, Curry. I don't have to say the main guys. I already gave you De'Aaron Fox, LiAngelo Ball. It just had to be. They made it to Game 7. It's not like they were far off. They lost in Game 7. Why are we acting like the Philly got swept?
I agree with you. Cam was acting like the guys we're naming can't score more than 8 points.
He's more of a scoring threat.
Let's get one thing right. Y'all realize y'all said the Hawks wouldn't even make the playoffs last year, right? Like
you want to keep saying that, don't you?
Yeah. Let's get out there. Hey, America, my hand is raised. Yes.
Why you keep saying that?
Going to make the playoffs.
Secondly, bro, it wasn't even really offense why Philly lost. It wasn't offense. They were up 20 points in the fourth quarter. Bro, to get outscored by 20 in a quarter, that means one, you couldn't score, and two, you couldn't guard the other team. Like, bro, to get outscored by 20 points in a single quarter, that's defense.
That offense does lead to bad defense.
We can put some of this on offense because the game that we're particularly talking about, there were only 2 double-digit scores that game, and they were the 2 I already named. Seth Curry with 36 and Joel Embiid with 37. Everybody else didn't have below 10 points. So there's some offense there. Tobias Harris had 4. Ben Simmons had 8. Court Moss had 8. Dwight Howard had 0. Maxey had 0. Thibault had 6. Milton had 5, and George Hill had 2.
And then even that, you just kind of made a point for me too. If I'm Ben Simmons, I had more points than the second scoring option. Tobias Harris had 4 points, and y'all looking at me?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Wait. How many years have Tobias Harris been an All-Star?
I don't know. He might not have ever been an All-Star.
You take.
No, don't try to act like Tobias Harris isn't they're like more of a priority as a scoring option than Ben Simmons. We know.
And why is that? Because Ben Simmons sucks.
He's never been a scorer. Like, I'm not gonna try to make him. That's what I mean when I say y'all knew this. Like, don't try to make me something I'm not.
But you're not trying to get better. We talked about this during the summer. He come every year with them same damn court videos with him shooting from half court and acting like he's working on his game, and he gets to the season and he's not doing anything different.
You're missing
You're a star/all-star, and
he's trying
14 points, and then get to the playoffs game against a team that, yes, me and Kenny said weren't going to make the playoffs, and only score 9.
But that's my point. My whole point is Philly shouldn't be looking at him. They're looking at him and saying it's your fault when the second scoring option had 4 points. If I'm Ben Simmons, I'm thinking I had double his points. I had double the second scoring option.
If I'm Tobias, I'm like, that's it? You making 177 million? All you did was double 4? You all NBA.
He doubled the
I'm
stars.
supposed to do this. I'm supposed to fold. You, I'm Tobias. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Ben
Hold
Simmons,
on, y'all.
Ben Simmons is the reason they lost that series.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm
Tobias really had 4 points though.
Yeah, 2 for
That's
11.
like, he actually did. I don't think he slid away from some credit. Like that's bad, bro.
But that's just one specific game. But yes, he shot 2 for 11, 0 for 3 from 3.
We might need to be blaming Tobias for that. No funny, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
No,
are.
I don't care.
I get what
It-
Cam is saying, but it's like you
person.
have it's tiers to it. So Embiid is obviously at the top. Then the way I look at it, this is me personally, I look at it, okay, then you have your second star, and then right below your second star, you have your second go-to option on offense. So yeah, Tobias is taking credit, but it's like, okay, I doubled him. I doubled Ben Simmons as well. I doubled his points as well. So now what?
Come on, Embiid.
Yeah. Seth Curry. I doubled the second star player's points as well.
And that's why I say it should. To me, this is a whole team. Like, bro, it takes 36 points from Seth Curry. How much you say Embiid had?
37.
37 and 36 from both of them. And y'all want Simmons to score 20? That's it's like, no, bro. Y'all gotta play defense. That's
I'm breaking it down though. The way I'm looking at it is, okay, your first star, Embiid, he got 37. We can move Curry's points over to Tobias. Let's just give Tobias Curry's points. Steph is not supposed to get that. We all in agreement with that. Now
Right.
It's like, Ben, what are you doing? Even if you want to top up the points, give them 15 to 15, whatever you want to do it, however the math goes. Ben is still not doing shit. And this is
why is Tobias get the free card? Like, I'm gonna just take
because you want to say, because you're saying like the next option. So I'm giving him a free pass because it's like, okay, he fell off this game, but somebody who America didn't expect to step up, stepped up, and Ben is still playing shitty.
I can't get like you're saying. Let's just give Tobias the free pass. Like, let's just get him out the way. Like,
no, Tobias made $180 million. Hold on, you got me 4 points.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, and I don't even want to blame him. Y'all scored. What was the score to that game?
Which game?
106 to 109.
So they scored enough. It ain't nobody's fault on offense. Y'all just need to play. That's what I mean. Like, and Rod, you said it like one episode, and I'm not trying to blame Embiid, but like the pick and roll defense, like, bro, it is no reason they should be up. And I don't even think this game was like, I think they were up 20 with like 7 minutes left, 8 minutes. Like, this wasn't like just straight from the fourth quarter, we gone. I think they like, bro, y'all should not have lost that game. And they went to 7 games. So y'all win that game, y'all win the series. So it's like, don't try to blame me for that. Like, if I'm Ben Simmons, I would say like, bro, we should have won. I know I didn't play the best, and I'm taking credit. And that's what I think is getting misconstrued. I'm not saying I'm giving him a free pass, but I just don't like how the whole organization turned on him. And that's why I side with him in saying, don't call me. Like, don't try to call me now and talk it over when y'all was telling the media, I don't know, we don't know what we're going to do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So when certain teams lose, you have to find somewhere to point the finger, and most of the world, most of the general public expected Philly to win. About 85% of the world, they were the better team to most humans. Mm-hmm. So the Hawks lost. So if you lose to a team that you're not supposed to lose to, it's a problem. Where are we pointing the finger? We are pointing the finger to Ben Simmons. We're not going to blame Joel Embiid. He averaged 30.4 points. He averaged 12.7 rebounds and 3.9 assists. We're not going to blame him. We're not going to blame Seth Curry and Shake Milton. And I hear what y'all saying about Tobias, but he's like the third option. We're not going to blame him. We're blaming Ben.
$80 million.
He's not the third option.
Come on, dog.
He's the second option.
He's the second option.
And you don't have to point like the world thought the Lakers was going to beat the Suns. When the Lakers lost, nobody said, like, let me find somebody. They didn't say Alex Caruso. Like, they just said, we taking it.
They were injured.
I'm saying, we just said the world has to find a person to blame it on.
That's different. Like the Suns, that wasn't a huge upset with the injuries.
I think just like you said, like 85% of the world, I think about, I ain't gonna say 85, but I think like 75 probably thought the Lakers was gonna win.
With a 90%, y'all like to say LeBron was injured and without AD?
Once AD went out, that was one game. But when the series started, I think about 75% thought that the Lakers was gonna win.
We
Bro,
can move on though.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this last question quick on Ben, and then we're gonna move on to the next topic. But I just wanna sprinkle some salt up there. I just did my research, more research. That was the only game Ben Simmons outscored Tobias Harris, by the way. That's just I just want
I actually might
That's-
free people up for some credit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's supposed to happen. Like
I
Tobias,
just wanted to put that out there.
So Ben Simmons probably like the only game in history I've ever outscored you, we lose. This is your fault. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They got some other L's. They lost the damn series, and that was only one game. So,
they let Kevin Herter score like 20. Wait, what did he score in game 7? 30?
Game 7.
That boy cold, man.
It's
27. Horter got
Yeah.
27 in game 7.
Yeah, it's not offense. So if I'm Simmons, and Simmons takes some of this too. Like I ain't giving him a pass. You take some of the defense too. But it's like it's not offense.
Yes, well, it's offense got something to do with it because you scored. Philly only scored 96 points in game 7. That's bad.
They're not getting blew out.
bad.
If you do something, it's 96 to 103 was the final score. If you give me 15 points, we win the game.
How much he have?
I think the nigga had 5. He had 5. He literally had 5. Thank you.
That's bad, bro.
Thank you. 5 points. Thank you. You're an all-star. You always on the all-star, and you give me 5 points in the closeout. Thank you. I thank you, Ben Simmons. But to move on, y'all can let us know in the comments how y'all feel about that whole conversation. But so where do y'all think? And like I said, let's make it quick. Where do y'all think a good landing spot for like best case scenario spot for Ben Simmons? Me personally, I would say Warriors.
For Draymond or just play with Draymond?
Get Draymond out of there.
Okay. Cam, you said Timberwolves. Why?
Cat isn't gonna clog the paint like Embiid is, so it'll be. Not saying Embiid shouldn't, like Embiid should because he's worth it, but Cat, I'm the best shooting big man of all time, like. So
Okay. Gotcha.
Statistically, but
right. My bad. You done, Cam?
it'll be just a better fit.
Who are you giving away though?
Well,
Russell?
I don't know. I think what's the name? If Philly understands that they're gonna lose, they might take like some first round picks and a Kogi or something. Like they gotta understand, like you're not gonna get nobody.
Yeah, this is without the team losing. I just said you can do whatever you want. Like you can take people away, add whatever. I'm just add Ben Simmons to the team. You don't have to lose anybody to count. Yeah. But I say Warriors just based on the fact he's not gonna have to shoot there, and him attacking the rim like he kind of did in Philly, that would help. It would make them multi-dimensional on offense and back to how they used to be. So you got Clay and what's the name shooting with a little add a sprinkle Wiggins, and then Embiid with defense, I guess, and attacking the paint. That would be I think that would make a good team and a good fit for him because he won't have to shoot, and that'll work out for him. Right.
Hey, right.
This is don't get us confused. This is not what I want. But honestly, the Celtics would be a good fit for him. You know what I'm saying? He'd come in, he have a lot of space to work with. We're very perimeter centric. You know what I'm saying? He got two very good scorers that he can feed and play off of. And the defense for that team, I'll be crazy to have him, Marcus Smart, throw Al Horford in there, you know what I'm saying? JB, JT. That's a good defensive lineup, and they can really do something. And he wouldn't be looked at to score all these points when you got two big dogs right there in front of you.
Well,
shit. You still need him to score, even with a nigga scoring 37 and 36.
No.
Well, I'm kind of 50-50, but I'll lean towards the Wizards. I say that because they have a lot of scoring. They have a lot of scoring over there. I think by the points, by the stats, they were the number one offense. And like Cam said, go somewhere like Chris Paul did and like reinvent himself, you know what I'm saying, and just see what he's able to do. With the Warriors, I think he kind of has to have the ball in his hands and have people around him that pretty much everyone around him that scores. And if he goes to the Warriors, the ball is not going to be in his. Well, it could be because he's
like a younger Draymond.
Yeah, it could be. That's why I was saying I'm kind of 50-50. Like I'm 50% Warriors, 50% Wizards. So I'm gonna say both Wizards or the Warriors is where I think Ben Simmons should go.
Yeah, I get all of those. Not to continue it, I don't really get the Boston one, but I mean, I don't know, maybe Ross sees something I don't. He watched Boston more than I do. But moving on, what was the topic for the third quarter? Forgot.
What the what
Oh, Lakers starting five.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. So moving on to the third quarter, man. We're gonna say what the best Lakers starting five should be moving on to next season, because we got a lot of guys that we just paid up this off season, as y'all seen, and plug and play. What would be the best starting and coming off the bench that would help us win games, and especially in playoffs? I'm gonna let y'all go first, just based on the fact that I don't know, man. Especially with the addition of Rondo, because I thought that meant Kendrick Nunn was gonna get a lot of minutes and a lot, like, well, not a lot, but I thought he was gonna be able to come off and actually help them. But with the addition of Rondo, I don't know. So I'm gonna let y'all take it away and kind of try to figure this out in my head real quick.
I don't think Rondo's gonna play too much.
Really? You think they're gonna let Kendrick Nunn go crazy like that?
Yeah, I think they're just getting Rondo for like mentor. I mean, he'll probably play in the playoffs, like, but for the regular season, I don't think he's gonna really play too much. And then unless they plan on like having Kendrick Nunn as a two. But I don't know. But the starting lineup, you obviously got Russ, you got LeBron, you got AD.
I don't know. Is that one sent? Russ?
I think they'll start Wayne Ellington. So Russ, Wayne Ellington. And then I think what they're gonna do is Russ, Wayne Ellington, LeBron, AD, and then Dwight. I don't think they should do that though. What I think they should do is Russ, Wayne Ellington, Melo or LeBron, whichever one you want to put on the three, and then whichever one you want to put at the four, and then AD at the center, just to help what's the name out. And this not to go back to the Ben Simmons thing, this could cause a ruckus because it's like we going into this season knowing Russ isn't the best shooter, but then y'all gonna start Dwight Howard with me and make it worse for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think they should do, but I think they gonna end up starting Dwight Howard.
Right, you want to go?
Are you good?
My starting lineup is what I think they should do. I don't think they will do it, but this is what I think they should do. And it probably is going to be a lot of bricks because I do think they're going to put Howard in. AD don't like to play the center, and I think Vogel is going to want to like obey him. Like, okay, Anthony Davis, you don't want to play the five, you don't have to play the five. Howard, play the five. So I think Howard might be the five, AD at the four, and then my other three starters would be, I think Melo's going to start. So pretty much I got Bron at the one, Westbrook at the two, however they play. I don't know exactly how they're going to play, but Bron at the one, Westbrook at the two, Melo at the three, AD at the four, and then Howard at the five. But that's going to be pretty bad on yeah, that's going to be pretty rough on defense. But yeah, like I said, I got LeBron at the one, Westbrook at the two, Melo at the three, AD at the four, and Howard at the five. I don't think they're going to start Wayne Ellington.
Only reason I think they are is because he's their best shooter probably by far, and you don't want to put him in a position where he got to kind of put the ball in the like. With him starting with them, it's like you literally can stand like somewhere and just space the floor. If he come off the bench, it's like now your role is hiding. Like you got to do stuff now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think like that's why like Malik Monk is probably better than him, but it's like Malik Monk is good to come off the bench because I can put the ball in, I can do stuff like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying Wayne, like obviously he's an NBA player, he can bust in, but yeah, I think he'll probably be the best to start with that star-studded lineup just to maximize the potential of it.
I hear you. I heard most of it.
What you
Rodney?
think,
I'm gonna just go oddball. I think they should start the big three, of course, and then let Malik Monk start. You know what I'm saying? Bring some youth in, still can space the floor. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep up, run with them. You know what I'm saying? and then throw Melo on in at 4. We'll see how it works on defense, but with that starting lineup, I think you want as much spacing as you can possibly get, and then let all the other people that want to handle the ball keep them away from the big three as much as you can. You know, so let the Rondos and the Kendrick Nuns do what they do coming off the bench and THTs and all that. But with the starting lineup, just try to be as fast and as stretched, as spacious as you can be. So yeah, I'll go Monk and Melo with the big three.
I was thinking about that one too. I had that one in there as well.
They can do a lot of stuff. It all depends on how they want to play. I think they'll probably switch their starting lineup around a lot, depending on like matchups and stuff. Because they can go heavy defense. They can put 2 bigs in there, go big with Russ and LeBron and stuff at the guard. So yeah, they got a lot of options they can do. What you think, dear? You already said yours?
I agree with Cam. Wayne Ellington is the best shooter statistically. Can't dribble. Only thing I would say, I think they're gonna make Howard come off the bench and make AD play, get a little bit more center minutes.
Yeah, that's what they definitely should do. That with that lineup, they'll be pretty. I mean, they already gonna be good, but that Howard is gonna mess Westbrook up, and then people are gonna be like, look at Westbrook. But it's like y'all notice stuff. I just hate when people put people in bad situations. Like it's like y'all know I'm not the best shooter, so don't put y'all can put 4 shooters around me. Not literally, like obviously LeBron isn't a shooter, but you know what I'm saying? Like he can make a 3, AD can make a 3, Ellington can make a 3, and then who else did I say? Melo can make a 3. If they put Howard on the court, that's a non-shooting threat along with Westbrook, who is a non-shooting threat. So it's like that would just mess stuff up. Kinda. I ain't saying there's no excuse or nothing, but to maximize the potential, I think Howard should come off the bench and AD should just play center, which he can.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Like Russ, you don't want to mess him up because I'm definitely gonna give it to him. I see him break. So, I think that I mean, we all said some good ones. Like what Rob was saying though, they could go a bunch of different ways with the guys that we picked up and the guys that we already had. And it's interesting that you say that, Cam, because I don't know if they just got him just for like veteran mentorship. I think they trust Rondo. Like I think honestly, if I'm being real, I think they trust him a little bit more than Russ, as far as like, well, to your point, like in playoffs and stuff like that, just handling the ball and making the right decision. So I don't know. Maybe what Kenny said is maybe they'll move Nunn, like play him a little more at the 2 because he can't shoot the best, but he can knock down the 3 and like he can dribble a little bit too. So even if he catch it and the defender come out, he might be able to get you a layup. So I don't know, but yeah, they could do a bunch of different stuff with the guys that we just picked up. We don't have to dive in too much on this topic. I think we all got our opinions out there. Y'all let us know down below in the comments what y'all think the best starting lineup for the Lakers should be, or what y'all think fits them best, or whatever. Diving into the 4th quarter to kind of cap off the podcast. Damn, I keep forgetting. What was this topic? What was the 4th one?
Jokic.
Oh, no wonder I forgot. Just to end it off, we're gonna talk about Joker, Nikola Jokic, why some people like Rod feel like he's not getting the respect that he feel like he's earned, and why he gets overlooked, and et cetera, et cetera. Rod, I guess since you standing up for him, you can kick it off.
I don't like your energy already. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jokic pretty gives you some of what everybody wants. It's maybe defense. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? He gonna score that ball for you. He gonna pass that ball for you. He's gonna be a floor general at the 5 for you. And he's one of the smartest players in the league. He proves it every day in, day out. You know what I'm saying? He got an MVP as a big. You know what I'm saying? Like what more do people want from him? Like why is he a snore? Like why is he like, let's skip over him? Like, why are we not talking about Jokic, bro? The Nuggets are a threat as long as he's on that roster. And if they bring in even one more like good player, like there's somebody to be afraid of. You bring in a Bradley Beal or something like that next season, next offseason. That's a scary team.
I ain't want to cut you off. You done?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just don't agree. I mean, I'm exaggerating. I think I'm not speaking for myself because I just like good ball, but I think a lot of people sleep on him because he's not an exciting player. Like he's not the type of center who's going to dunk on you. He's not going to do shenanigans like Embiid. So I think that kind of goes into like normal fans of the game of basketball, but I don't really care about that. But me personally, I will say I think he's a tad bit overrated. IQ wise, yes, he is one of the smartest players. He's the second best passer to me after LeBron. Well, I don't know him and Russ, but LeBron definitely first. But yeah, he's a top 5 passer. But yeah, I think he's a little bit overrated. I don't see them as a threat. Once we get better with our editing too, we're gonna start throwing some old clips in here for y'all. But going back to what Kenny said a long time ago, the Heat, no, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera. If y'all real fans, y'all know what episode I'm talking about. But Denver is not a team. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so worried about them. Like, he's just not that guy to me that can get them over the hump. And to the guy who commented saying that we lost some points with you or whatever you said, saying that it's not a guards league. Okay, well, Embiid. I mean, not Embiid, Joker. Like,
you can, yeah.
Cam is correct. Like, we don't even want to, we wouldn't say a guards league, but it's a perimeter play league. Like that's what's going to win you your championship, the perimeter, not centers. So whoever you are, like, shout out to you for, you know what I'm saying, watching or whatever, but Joker won't ever get the job done by himself. And yeah, I just like, he's a 21 and 10 and 9 type of player. That's what's up.
And just to add to what you were saying, Demir, we're not saying that you don't need Jokic, but you need a guard. Like, you see what happened. They didn't have Murray, and I think they got swept by the Suns, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I think they got one.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I wouldn't even call that a lack of a guard problem. I think that's just a lack of a number 2 option problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got Monte Morris out here with me, thanks, I guess. Like, but what more do you want me to do if my second best player is MPJ and he's not even playing up to expectations? Give me something, not just a guard. Give me another player.
Well, I'm not even saying he should have won the game. I just don't think he should have got swept.
They're so like good, like how you're trying to make it seem. That's all I'm saying, Rod. And then I'm not trying to take his credit away, but let's be honest. Injuries and bad teams really got him that MVP. Curry would have got a 3rd MVP if the Warriors didn't suck.
We got to stop taking.
LeBron would have got another MVP if he didn't go down.
You could do that for any MVP ever.
Should have beat him to the MVP. Like, I can name so many guys that had a possibility that, in my opinion, should have gotten it over and shit. I probably would have gave it to Giannis again.
Why doesn't he deserve it though? Like what didn't he do?
He kind of got like a Steve Nash-esque MVP. Like,
he almost had a triple-double, bro. Come on now, y'all. 26, 10, and 9. Like, come on now.
I think he deserved it, but it's like
now it's starting to get a little crazy. Like, he's one of the best passers in the game, one of the best rebounders in the game, and one of the best scorers in the game, and one of the smartest players in the game. What is he?
Whoa, let's back up. Now I'm gonna start taking some credit away. You're a center. I will hope you're one of the best rebounders in the game. 1, 2. Is he one of the best scorers in the game? Like, what are we saying? Top 5?
If you're averaging 26 and north, you're one of the best scorers in the game, bro.
Bro, Collin Sexton giving you 22 now. Like,
that's not 26.
I'm just giving an example of like scoring. It's a scoring league.
Give me an example of somebody that averages 26 or more.
Embiid.
And you just said he deserves it more than him. So
I'm saying though, like, for you to call him one of the best scorers in the game, what are we talking? Top 5, top 10? Please be
top 15.
Answer.
Top 15. It's 500 players in the NBA. It's not impressive to be a top 15 scorer.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I mean, are you saying
you gotta talk to me? Like, I'm not these mans. Talk to me.
I think he deserves the MVP, but congrats. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We did that same thing with Giannis, and now he a champion. Like, this stuff matters, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Giannis got the championship, so he did it. Like, Jokic, you couldn't even give me a game.
Bro, help. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I got a question, bro. Like, Rodney, are you saying he needs more help because Jamal Murray was hurt, or you're saying even with Jamal Murray healthy, he still needs more help?
To win a championship, he's going to need more help with Jamal Murray. For that series, I at least need Jamal Murray.
Yeah, because with the healthy Jamal Murray, he kind of has a lot of help with the healthy Jamal Murray. I mean, Michael Porter Jr. is a pretty good player, right? Like he's not a scrub. He's pretty good.
Pretty good is not. I need an all-star level. I need at least one all-star level player.
Wait, let's. I want to.
Aaron Gordon.
Oh my bad. Go ahead.
Aaron Gordon came to that team and it almost got worse.
So he's not a pretty good player though.
He's around average to above average.
I'll give Rod that one. That he came to the basketball. But I do want to back it up. So you said he's a top scorer, and he was 12th on the scoring, finished the season this year. And it's some guys under him. So, and this is why I don't, me personally, to all the fans out there that watch the podcast, this is why I don't solely look at stats, because they're not telling the full story. So Trae Young is under him. I think we all know who the better scorer is there. Devin Booker is under him. I think we all know who the better scorer is there. Kawhi Leonard is under him. I think we all know who the better scorer is there. Jaylen Brown is under him. I think we all know who the better scorer is there. And last one, because I don't want to keep going, Paul George is under him. And I think we all know who the better scorer is there. So it's kind of like, I don't know if I would put him top 15.
It all depends on what you're talking about. You're talking about bag work, or you talking about I'm going to put numbers up efficiently? What do you want? What do you prefer?
Both. For all the guys I just named, both.
If Jokic is going to give me 26 points on 50% shooting, I'll take that over 24 points on 42. Just because you got a crossover.
Those guys, did you just hear what I just said? I said both. Those guys I just named can give you more than Joker on efficient shooting. Are you ignoring that I said both?
You just said they're under him.
Yes, this season, but that's my whole point.
We're not going in the past.
That's my whole point.
Right now.
That's my whole point about saying the stats.
I'm supposed to talk about Jokic's MVP year. I'm supposed to compare him to players from last year?
What are you talking about?
This most recent season, he was a top 12 scorer. Everybody you just named is under him.
Right.
So if I'm an NBA GM, I'm saying, give me the most points most efficiently. I don't care about your bag. Just score the points for me.
But see, you're ignoring the fact that I said both, and you're ignoring the fact that I said stats aren't telling the full story. Are you gonna really sit here and say that those guys I just named can't score as much as him, if not more, and as efficiently as him? Please go ahead and lie, so I can just let you talk.
He's doing it though, bro. Like, why will that be a lie? He's doing it. I've seen him in the playoffs.
It doesn't mean anything though.
Unguardable.
Okay, so my whole point: if Dwight Howard shot a better 3-point percentage than Curry this season, you still wouldn't say he's a better 3-point shooter than Curry.
What are we talking about now? Like,
I'll give you an analogy to what I'm saying. Don't act like you don't know what I'm saying. You said talk to you, right? So I'm talking to you. Don't act like you don't know what I'm saying.
If Dwight
Howard don't tell the full story, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying stats don't tell the full story. So if Dwight Howard had a better 3-point percentage than Curry, we still know that he doesn't shoot better than Curry. So the guys I just named can shoot as efficiently, if not better than Joker, and score more than Joker. So that's what I'm saying to you. So that
if Dwight Howard put up 3,000 threes and made 600 of them and shot a better percentage than Curry, then I'm saying he's a better shooter than Curry. But if you shoot 4 and you're 100%, I'm not going to say you're better than Stephen Curry, bro. Jokic just putting up equal shots, shooting equal percentage, and putting up more points.
You're not saying
and better defenders.
You're not saying that, bro.
Well, Jokic is going to be more efficient. He's definitely going to be more efficient just because he's a center.
I don't want to hear that center like that's the same thing y'all say about Zion. I can't. No, bro.
That's because you're being biased, but that is a fact. When you have closer shots under the hoop, you're going to shoot better than somebody who's taking jump shots.
I'm giving him as a compliment. Like I'm saying, like he's gonna like. I don't agree with Demir as far as saying like they can score as much points as efficient. I do think they can score better than him, but it's not going to be efficient as his.
They can score more ways. They can score in more ways.
No, I'm sticking with. I get it. Yeah, he don't agree, but I'm sticking with it just because I've seen it happen. Paul George just put up like 30 points, only missing like 3 shots.
Let's just do like sentences and let's say if we agree with it. We all agree that Trae Young is a better scorer than Jokic, right?
Yes.
Like, don't try to think too deep. Like, oh no, if he can give you 30 layups. Like, just like, can we agree with that, right?
Sure.
I'm not sure.
I agree with Kenny on that because I feel like it all comes down to bag.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
27
No, see,
points.
that's your
efficiently.
scapegoat. You try to use that. What do you want?
Yeah, like I get what y'all. I
Let me
get
ask,
what
let me
y'all are
ask.
saying. I get what y'all are saying. But I don't want y'all to. Yeah, I feel like y'all are like. Let me think deep to try to give a what's like. Let's just look at it like surface.
Right, you just said yes before Kenny said that. You just said yes.
I'm not thinking
I'm
deep,
saying
bro.
yes because I know y'all. That's the only thing y'all gonna take.
No, you can say no. We're not gonna beat you up.
I see. I don't think it's no. Eli, I don't know. It's a hard question to ask because you'll probably say Jamal Crawford is a better scorer than Jokic, right?
Well, that one you don't put up enough points, Crawford. Like he doesn't put up enough points.
What do y'all want though? My thing is with Jokic, like if I have to get 2 points, I have to get a bucket. It's 8 seconds left. I want Jokic over Trae Young for a bucket. I want Jokic. I feel like he has a better percentage to get me 2 points. So if I got to get a bucket, I want Jokic.
I'm still going.
What about Zach LaVine or Jokic?
A bucket, I'm going Jokic.
But Zach LaVine averages more points than him.
I'm not going off the who averages the most.
That's what we're trying to say. I feel like y'all are trying to say that for what's the name. Like it don't matter how you get it.
Of points and efficiency.
I care about efficient.
But see, y'all, that's what's pissing me off. Y'all are ignoring me. The guys I named, I said I've seen them do it. Paul George just had 40 and only missed like 3 shots. He was one of the guys I named, but y'all are ignoring that. So would you still?
I'm not ignoring that, but
Paul George
consistency comes into that as well. Is Paul George consistent?
Huh?
Is Paul George consistent?
No, he's not. He's not just not missing 3 shots every night. No.
That's all I'm saying. Jokic, you can count him consistently, get you around 50% from the field, high scoring games. You can't always count on that for Paul George. He will give you a stinker. He built a reputation on giving you stinkers.
That's true. That's true, y'all.
I'm going like Jokic is going to be more efficient because
he shot 40. He shot 46.
That ain't 50.
He's not a center.
And I'm saying that's my point. I'm a center. I'm 7 foot. I can go get you easy buckets.
This is just to stir at the pot. I don't even know, but 1 bucket, Jokic or Kyrie?
I'm going Reed.
Kenny?
I'm not sure.
Okay, 1 bucket.
Y'all make this stuff
scores of our
That's
era.
why I hate stats. Y'all make this stuff so
No, because I
make
think
this stuff so hard, bro.
I think you guys are confused just because you're more versatile. Kevin Durant's probably the most versatile scorer, but that doesn't mean he gives you the best chance to get a bucket per se.
That's not what we're saying. All we said was that Trae Young was a better scorer than Jokic. We're not saying
not you, Rod. I'm gonna isolate you, not you. But Kenny, you're making. I already when Rod asked me, Demir, are you talking about bag or efficiency? I don't know if you heard this. I don't know if you went.
I heard you say both.
Okay, so that's my whole point.
That's why I said versatile.
So it would be, you would be, I damn near want to say this. I'm gonna just say, I'm sorry. You would damn near be an idiot to think Joker is going to get you a bucket at a higher percentage than Kevin Durant. I don't give a damn what the field goal percentage say.
Like by your logic, and this is a stretch before I even say it, by your logic, you're saying Shaq is a better scorer than Kevin Durant.
I mean, didn't you and Rodney already have that argument? But y'all was talking about Paul Pierce and it was Curry and Shaq.
Yeah,
that's
Shaq. Yeah,
that's debatable. That's debatable. Y'all argued. Didn't y'all talk about it for 30 minutes?
Like that argument was who's the better. Yeah, like the better scorer. Yeah,
to me that's not debatable. I'm debating whether it's debatable, but to me it's not debatable. Like
I'm debating whether how blasphemous it is.
Why are we like? And I get what y'all are saying. Shaq, if you need 2 points, it's like give it to Shaq, he'll dunk it. Yeah, but to me, it's not even a debate who's the better scorer. Like,
are we back to just talking about strictly KD Jokic? It's not a debate.
I don't think that was a debate either.
Yeah, that's that's KD every time. All I said was that he's a top 15 scorer. That's all I said. I didn't even say nothing crazy.
I agree with you with that, right? I agree.
But to me, I name people that pushes him out of that top 15.
I don't think that Jaylen Brown is a better scorer than him.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think that either.
Me either.
I do. But I think the reason why
people don't count
y'all are looking at efficiency. Y'all got me. Okay, he's going to shoot better. But now I'm going to use Cam's argument. He's a center, and y'all can say whatever. Like, but that does make it easier unless you're like not a good center. We're talking about an MVP, so you should be able to make a layup over smaller defenders.
So why are we
Yeah,
taking
you
my
have the
credit
best
away for being able to do that? We're not going to take Kyrie's credit away for being quick and then be able to handle the ball good because he's
Right.
small.
Right.
So why am I getting my credit taken away because I'm bigger than you and I can make a layup over you every single time? Why do I get taken away for that? That's a part of
That's
the
what
reason
I
why
was
Kevin
saying.
Durant
I
is
wasn't
such a
saying it to hinder him. I'm saying it as a compliment. I was just stating the fact that he is going to, like, it's not many people that's going to be more efficient than him. But I'm not saying it to like take nothing away. Like that, yeah, that's credit.
But my whole point is you take the efficiency out of it, even though that's kind of like that's saying like, well, nigga, I don't care if somebody can get 60 on 1,000 shots, but I'm just not. So I'm not saying completely. I'm just saying for the sake of this argument, why I think Jaylen Brown is a better scorer. Because, well, first off, I want to say this, and Ryan, you said this before. I don't know if you're gonna backtrack, but I think I'm speaking for Cam, but I'm just saying for speaking for me. To me, the definition of a scorer is somebody who can score on all three levels. So yes, Joker is a good scorer, but Jaylen Brown is better than him at scoring on all three levels. In my own personal opinion,
that's still debatable, bro. Jokic is one of the
yes,
best mid-range
we
shooters.
agree there.
He's a top three-point shooter.
We
and
agree
he can
there.
finish.
That is debatable. But Kevin Durant and Joker, no. Stephen Curry and Shaq, no.
No one's saying that he's on Kevin Durant's level, though, bro. No one's saying
that was for Kenny. That was for Kenny. So I'm saying that efficiency stuff don't like. So if you want to break it down and shot like that, so if you want to do that, then we gonna give it to LeBron every time because LeBron has like the most go-ahead shots in the fourth quarter, whatever time, 8 seconds on the clock. So if you want to be statistical, we can do that, and then we're gonna give the ball to LeBron.
Well, unfortunately, we have to give LeBron credit. He's one of the greatest scorers of all time. He's gonna end his career probably top 3 or top 2.
Well, he's already top 3.
He's gonna be number 1. But he's probably gonna...
even better. Like, you know what I'm saying? But who has a better bag? Him or fucking Kyle Lowry, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that would be LeBron.
LeBron?
Kyle Lowry got a 1-2. But I meant to say Trey Young.
See, that's why I say it's not about the bag to me. My bad. Go ahead, Cam.
I would say Jokic is efficient, and I will give him this credit. He's not like a Shaq. Like he can score on all 3 levels.
That's why, I said that right. Yes.
So I will give him that. He's above like a Shaq but yeah, I mean, I agree. He's top 15, but
I don't know about that. Are we including it just makes this so hard, bro. Like what I was about to say is, are we including efficiency? But I think y'all are saying like yes, but y'all acting like the guys I'm naming are shooting like y'all act like I'm naming Lonzo like when he first came in. I'm naming guys that are close to him. And I'm giving, y'all can say quickness or whatever y'all want to say, but I'm giving him the advantage at that just because, yes, he's bigger. So it makes it easier. Kyrie, Paul George, they have to go get their shots out of the mud. So that makes it better to me personally because they can't just back somebody down to the hoop and lay the ball in.
Well, they might be in it. They might be like top 15. I think you got room for all those people you named.
Well, he was already 12 and I named like 7 people.
Huh?
So he was already 12 and I named like 7 people. So he was 12 and I named Kawhi, Trae Young, Devin Booker, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, and I stopped there because like I just didn't want to take too much time naming.
Well, you got to look above him too,
there's
though.
some of the people
above him aren't better. Like Giannis, no offense. I think he's a better scorer than Giannis. And
well, to Kenny's credit, he's not.
Well, that's to Kenny. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with how you want it. He's a better scorer than Giannis. And then Zion, Zion ahead of him. He's a better scorer than Zion. Even though that's only 2. I mean,
yeah, but Russ is still below him. Would y'all consider Russ a better scorer than him?
No.
Terry Rozier is down there. I think he's a better scorer than Nick Joker.
No, I wouldn't.
All right, let's move on from the score part. Now we getting crazy, man.
Chris Middleton.
It feels like you're going strictly off a bag now, bro.
I'm not. I'm going strictly off who I feel like can give me a bucket at all 3 levels. We've seen Joker make mirror. Like I already said, he can score at all 3 levels. I'm naming people who that's why I said I think can do it better than him.
Bro, Jokic, mid-range, Jokic, paint, Jokic. 3, it might be Terry, and that's a might.
That's not a might.
Why it's not a might, bro? Jokic can shoot.
Oh, okay.
He can't, I mean, I don't know how many attempts he's taking, but he shoots 39% from three. I don't know on how many attempts, but
He
that's
had the defensive player of the year multiple times in Rudy Gobert, his size, his strength, his length, and was busting his ass, bro.
And now we're gonna act like Rudy Gobert deserve those.
We got a lot of credit taken away on this show, and I'm not a fan of it, man.
I mean, that's what this podcast is for. I'm speaking my mind. Like Cam said last episode or the episode before that, that should be a perimeter award. That's not impressive when you're doing what you're supposed to do at an average level. He's not doing anything off the charts. He's not averaging 12 blocks. He's getting a couple blocks. You get a game and calling it a game because he's the biggest on the court.
The Utah Jazz have one of the best defense season after season after season because Rudy Gobert is on that team.
Agreed.
They would not be talked about defensively if they did not have Rudy Gobert down there.
And he would not get Defensive Player of the Year if he played for the Bulls or the Cavs.
It's all about personnel, bro. You got to give me something to work with, bro. If you put him on another top team with pieces around him that can defend also, he will still be in that conversation.
That's my whole point. I think he's going to be in the conversation just based on his size.
Bro, you get credit for being big, bro. You do if you know how to use it, because there's a lot of big dudes that suck. Taco Fall doesn't get in the game, and he's the tallest player in the NBA, bro.
And that's my whole point, though. When there's not a lot of cherries to pick from, these guys, like when we talked about Embiid, why he was in Kenny's top 5, it's not too many that he's really in competition with other than Joker. When you got Curry, you got to go like 50 dudes.
So if there's 500 players in the NBA, only 4 of them are big men. They don't get credit for being better than every other big man in the world?
Not of their ass. You get credit for being better than the other 3.
That's winning, bro.
You get credit so he gets credit for being better than Embiid to some people. I know Kenny probably still got Embiid better, but for the people who think Joker is the best, he gets credit for being better than the other 3. But no, he don't get credit for being better than Clint Capella.
Bro, Jokic is not just better than other bigs, though. He's better than other players.
Yeah, agreed.
That's what I'm saying. He's a top 15 scorer. He's a great rebounder. You say that really don't count, so we'll take that away from him. So then let's give him extra praise for something he shouldn't be good at, being a top passer in the league.
Correct. I agree.
So he's a top 10 in every category pretty much. Got the MVP. He takes his team to the playoffs every single year, no matter who's on that roster. Why doesn't he deserve his credit? Why is he overrated?
I don't think he overrated. I think he's rated what he like. He's an MVP player. Won't really do too much.
Like, yeah, I exaggerated when I said that. Start the conversation off. I do just want to say that I exaggerated when I said he was a tad bit overrated. To agree with Cam, I think he's right where he should be at. And it's kind of like, so to answer your question, it goes back into the conversation we had about Giannis before he won the chip. You do all this stuff just to get your ass kicked every year. It's like, okay. So they're going to continue to make the playoffs and continue to lose.
You compare him to other stars that are getting far in the playoffs, he probably has a worse number 2 than them. Correct or incorrect? You want Jamal Murray or Chris Middleton?
It's debatable. That was the one I was going to name. It's debatable.
It's not debatable.
Am I getting double Jamal or am I getting?
You're not. Double Jamal was a one-time thing. Any other year, he's asked Jamal. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, Chris Middleton ain't putting up eye-opening numbers.
50-40-90 club. Everybody can't say that.
Thank you.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I know one player.
People was trying to give Chris Middleton the Finals MVP.
I know one star that he definitely got a better number 2 than.
Who?
Trae Young.
John, 20 and 10. Hey, like, see, they're probably on the same jank. Like, no, I ain't gonna go ham.
Okay.
Rod, I was actually rocking with you.
Hey, like, I'm not.
I don't know.
Nah, I'm gonna give
College is underrated.
But it's like, you know what I'm saying? But then you have to go further. Trae Young has better other pieces as well.
I'll give him that. I'll give you that, yeah.
So, like, you give me a Chris Middleton and then throw in give me a good third. Give me a
I got a good one.
Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, period.
I got a good. It's crazy. This actually came full circle. I actually got a great one that he didn't have a better number 2 option than he did it. Freaking. Well, I guess this don't count because he had him, but I was about to say Paul George because when Kawhi went down,
I'm already there, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But he had to finish that Utah series off, and I think they was tied when Kawhi went out.
What was the what's her name?
The what?
The game, you know what I'm talking about? Like, what was the series when
I think
Kawhi?
it was 2-2 when Kawhi. I think because they had won a game and Kawhi had went crazy, and then the next game he would, because they won in 6, and I could be wrong, but Paul, yeah, and Utah was I thought they was the number 1 seed.
You give
So
Jokic 2, he'll finish it off for you.
no, sir, he couldn't even get
2
one.
wins. Because that's 2 less games where he doesn't have to work as hard. So he can put that effort in.
One against the Suns, bro.
No.
He's the whole offense the entire series.
Like you telling me if
George plays half the series with Kawhi.
You telling me if what's name had Murray and they won, it was 2-2 against the Suns, you're saying Jokic would have won that series?
I'm saying he will have a better chance than trying to beat him like with no games with Murray.
Oh yeah, definitely. He would have a
like
chance.
even if it's 1%. Like
I'm saying he would have a better chance of getting one game with playing with Murray already than no games with Murray. Because that means he didn't have to work as hard all those other 4 games when he was by himself and he had to do everything. Paul George didn't have to do everything for the first 4 games. So he can give more when it's time to win. And all I have to do is ball my ass off for 2 more wins.
Well, Paul George went and played against that same Suns team by himself, and he got 2, I think.
That's credit.
So you gotta factor that in, and he didn't have no Kawhi the entire.
What are we trying to say right now? Like, what is it that we're trying to say?
I'm just saying, like you're saying, Jokic, like most of these guys got a better number 2. Him and Paul George were in the same exact situation, and Paul George got 2 games against the Suns. He didn't get 1.
So Paul George won. Well, he lost the series. Like what? So like, I didn't win 2 games. So now what? Like, come on, man. I don't really know.
No, that was my whole thing. Like, can you get me 1 game against?
I got you. Did he get a series? I got you a series.
Yeah, that's credit.
I got you a series by myself now because I didn't win 1 or 2 games against this certain team. I suck now. I got you a whole damn series by my damn self.
What series did they win?
Portland.
Against a player that y'all would consider better than me. And he had nobody either. So now what?
That was just like a one-on-one. Like, and I don't even know if I would consider Dame better.
But I guarantee you Demir would.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. I took a guy that most people probably, because people don't like to give Jokic just credit, that's better than me, and I beat him by myself. I don't get credit for that. But I lose to a team that Paul George also lost to, and I get less credit?
No, I'm not
saying no credit away, but you saying he could, if he give him 2 wins, he could do something. What we're saying is you couldn't even get a win.
Paul George didn't start from the bottom, though. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
What you mean?
He's played like he wasn't been playing by himself this entire time. It takes more effort to play by yourself from the jump than to do it later on.
He did. He started the Sun series.
I'm talking about the entire playoffs.
Now you're trying to stretch this, bro. He played a series without his number 2 guy, 0-0, and he got 2 wins.
I played multiple series without my number 2 guy.
Huh?
I played multiple series, is what Jokic is saying.
They were supposed to be Portland.
I haven't played with my number 2 guy at all.
They were supposed to be Portland.
I've been busting my ass by myself from the very tip off of the playoffs. You just started, bro. Congrats.
They were supposed to be Portland. They were supposed to be Portland.
You just said that Dame better than him. So why is he supposed to be?
He is, and Dame team is more ass than Denver.
Huh? Without Jamal Murray, it's not the same.
And you still see what Dame did. No, it is not.
You got Melo, you got CJ McCollum. Like, come on.
No, it is not. That Denver is better than Portland.
Foul.
Name me a third player on the Nuggets that'll get you a 15 PPG without including Jamal Murray.
Will Barton?
He wasn't playing.
He wasn't? I thought he came back.
Yeah, I think Will Barton was playing.
He played the entire playoff?
Gordon might give you 15.
No, he can't. That's what we brought him in for. He couldn't even do that. He was doing Ben Simmons then.
I agree with Cam. He can, but I also agree with you earlier. When he got to the Nuggets, he got to play basketball. But yeah, that's a player. But yeah, Will Barton was playing.
Oh man, you got Norman Powell, Melo. What's the big man name? I forgot his name. The one that's always injured but get you buckets. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, you count that injury prone. We all agree to that.
He wasn't prone in. He was on. You know what I'm talking about?
Nurkic is not good, man.
He's a scorer.
Fuck no.
Well, he averaged less than Aaron Gordon.
I didn't say Aaron Gordon.
I don't even know why we this is even a no-brainer. We know what
it's not a no, like that's very debatable, bro.
I think that was a pretty even series. Portland and Denver without their guys.
Y'all make everything debatable, bro.
Bro, what makes
Hold
Trailblazers so much
on.
worse?
Hold on, hold that question. Don't forget that. I want Kenny to jump in on this. So first off, do you think Dame is better than Joker?
No.
Okay. And
So, like I said,
do you think which team is better to you?
Portland.
Okay. And you agree that Joker is a top 15 scorer?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to get some of your inputs. Like, I don't even want people to be like, why Kenny not talking? But okay, Rod, if you still remember your question, ask it.
what makes the Trailblazers so much worse than the Nuggets without Jamal Murray?
Well, like I said, I don't, obviously I'm going to look at some stats, but I don't go strictly off stats. You can look at the eye test and seeing that team, the Denver team, is just better than Portland's team. And
I think they might play better because they have Jokic.
In that series, he still showed. Wait, what'd you say?
I think they might play better because they have Jokic.
I mean, okay, sure. But in that series, Dame still showed that I'm better than Joker. I just can't do it alone. CJ McCollum stepping out of bounds. Like, he can't.
That's a rough one. I'm not saying, when I say I don't know, I literally don't know. Because I might would go Dame too, but I don't know. I got to dive into that one.
Y'all are out of
Wait, so he has CJ McCollum the whole series?
Yeah.
That's ball game.
Oh my!
Give Joker his goddamn credit.
And he's still
somebody that's debatably better than me had his number 2 guy, and I came in and I beat him by myself. Come on, man.
So who do you got? CJ McCollum better than on Portland, Kenny? Like, who do you think he's better than on Denver? Do you think he's better than Michael Porter Jr.?
Who?
CJ McCollum.
Yes, that's not. Yes, absolutely. McCollum's way better than Porter. You can book your marbles on McCollum. You can't. I don't trust Porter. You know what I'm saying?
This is just where the thing stems from. Like,
Portland clearly had the better.
People in general are constantly trying to discredit Jokic, and I just don't understand why.
Because
he does everything you want. I think that's it. Like, I'm a big fellow.
When you're 275 pounds, when you're 275 pounds, you're 7 foot, and you don't run fast and dunk, and you're not the most athletic. That's how these humans do you in this generation. Which it's fine. It's fine to me.
No, y'all keep bringing y'all want me to say the bag so bad, but it has nothing to do with bag. I said I was going off efficiency and my definition of a scorer who can score on all 3 levels. The guys I named, I mean, that y'all don't agree, but I don't feel like I'm dumb for saying. I'm not gonna let nobody make me feel like I'm dumb for saying that. I stick by the players that I name, and I think Dame is better than Joker.
So Jaylen Brown
nothing to do with pizzazz or any of that. Yes, I think Jaylen Brown is a better scorer on all 3 levels than Nikola Jokic. I don't know if you want me to say it in Spanish. Yeah, I'm sticking by that. In fact, y'all can say because he's big and Kyrie quit. I'm standing by the point that he's going to be more efficient because he's bigger and most of his shots come.
I think what you mean, not to cut you off, you don't. I don't want to tell you what you mean. I don't want people to misconstrue your words. You're not saying that Jaylen Brown is better than him each level, right? Like, you're just saying if you added them up, Jaylen Brown's score would be higher. Because you're not saying Jaylen Brown is a better paint scorer than Jokic, right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. So I just didn't want people to get your words misconstrued. But I also don't agree with that. I just wanted his point to be clear. Like, because I know some people would have been like, really? Jaylen Brown is you think he a better paint scorer than Jokic? And that's not what Demir is saying. But I mean, that just goes back, Rod, to go back to what you said. That go back to what I was saying. Like, it's a perimeter league. And yes, Jokic can shoot, but he's not a perimeter player. So you're going to need perimeter players. Like,
everybody needs perimeter players, bro.
Right, which is fine. But
nobody's doing it with just 5 big men on the team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we're going to need some perimeter players. But you can win with Jokic at your best player is what I'm saying.
I agree.
I kind of agree and kind of just, it's hard because, like, for example, like, I don't think with everybody at full health, you can win with Jokic as your best player. Now, he might have a year where some injuries happen and he slide one just like this year. But if if you're saying everybody, like let's have one NBA season where everybody's gonna stay 100%, I think it's like a 2% chance the Nuggets are gonna win.
I don't know.
So what would y'all say to that? Like if it was a season where you could guarantee that everybody was 100%.
Well, you got to put him on a super team. I'm not saying what the roster as currently constructed is a championship. I'm saying if you get him equal talent to what these really top teams have with 2 top 6 players, then yeah, you can win with Jokic as your game. Like I'm not saying that him and Jamal Murray can beat Russ, LeBron, and AD or KD.
Well,
Kyrie,
if you put him on a team with 2 top 6 players, then he wouldn't be the best anymore because he's not top.
I'm just saying, like you can't. Of course, they already got the top 6 already up there. I'm just saying, but you get 2 other top players up there with him, you can win a championship.
I don't know. I'm serious. Like let's actually think about. I don't want to just like brush this out. Let's think about this. Let's keep the Nets and the Lakers, and then let's try to get Jokic 2 top players that aren't better than him though, because you said you can win with him as your best player.
Before we do it, we would even have to establish where he's at in the top, Jank, and you know what I'm saying. That's a lot to go into that.
We can say he's the 8th best player. So first off, give him Dame. First off, let's start off with Dame.
No, that's too close. We don't know if Dame. Like I don't.
Me and Rod know. Well, Rod, you know, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, me and Rod know. So give us
I'm
Dame.
gonna let y'all have it then, because I don't know. So y'all
don't know either. I'm
saying
I don't know.
I'm saying for me and Rod on our end, like give us Dame.
Okay, let's say Dame, Jokic, and Zach LaVine.
I don't like that third. I don't like that.
Exactly.
Well, with that third, I think you can still win, but I don't like that.
Man, that's 27 points.
Jimmy Butler.
I like that one a little bit more than Zach LaVine, but what else we got out there? Let's say Dame, Bradley Beal, and Jokic. You can win with that.
I like the way Rod. I thought
even with that, I don't got them beating the Nets for the Lakers.
No, bro. Let me get to that point, Cam. Rod is.
I don't even think y'all would have if y'all had to like. Well, I don't want to make it like something crazy, but if y'all had to bet y'all life savings with that team against the Nets, I don't think y'all would bet on Jokic.
Well, honestly, bro,
no, they wouldn't.
You really can't. It's not too many people because these are 2 of the craziest teams ever constructed.
You're right. Yeah.
But going against them, it's not too many niggas that will win a championship.
That goes into my point, I agree with you.
That's just saying, like, period, because he's younger than these guys, so his time will come.
Now in that case, I'm just talking about right now. It won't work. Like regardless.
With injuries, it could though. If he had,
with injuries, yes. With injuries, yes.
Injuries are turned. This ain't 2K, baby. Giannis just got one like this.
I'm saying that's why I say you can't win with Jokic as your best player. If we're like you can if you gonna injure everybody. Like you know what I'm saying?
This is not fair. With literally the top 6 players are all on 2 teams. Like you know what I'm saying?
No, I agree, but that's my point. Like it's not gonna work. Like Jokic, I'm sorry, go to the Nets, bro.
What'd you say, Kenny?
I'm gonna outlast them. I'm 25. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm okay. I'm gonna wait.
I think they would win. I think they would win if you give me my 2 players. If you let me pick Dame and you let me pick Paul George, I got them versus everybody.
The Nets would get them out of here.
Wait, is Kyrie better than Dame? Let's start off from there.
I'm not saying who is better than who.
I'm just asking.
No. To answer your question, no, Kyrie isn't better than Dame.
Okay, so that's a check.
Harden is better than Paul
Let me construct the team. Let me just construct the starting lineup.
Kyrie is, yeah. I got Kyrie.
Can I construct a starting lineup?
Wait, why did you ask that? Like that was gonna be the end all be all. Like Harden is better than Paul George.
I think he was trying to do a back and forth. Like
Harden is better than Paul George, and KD is better than Jokic.
Hey man, I would have to go. Hey, Damian Lillard, Paul George, and Jokic. I don't know because let me tell you something. KD, Harden, and Kyrie, I understand they're great scorers. They're the best scorers of all time. I understand that, but they all do the same thing type thing. The 3 that I just said is a great mix. You know what I'm saying? You got Damian Lillard, you got Paul George, and you got Jokic. That fits great to me. And I just think they would beat the Lakers, and I think they will beat the Nets. I'm serious about that shit. I mean that.
See, y'all like try to make it seem like the shit I say is dumb, and y'all letting him walk away saying some shit like this.
I'm saying 3 top players. I'm
Are
thinking
you serious right now?
Damian Lillard.
This is the stuff I'm talking about.
That is great, man.
This is stuff I'm talking about, but y'all get mad at what I'm saying.
No, because Cam was saying give Jokic 2 players that he's better than, and how would he win a championship? I named 2.
Is it not arguable that Kawhi and Jokic are on similar tiers?
That is arguable.
So let's say
This is ridiculous.
Let's
bro.
say Joker, Kawhi, because it's arguable, and Paul George. Or Dame.
Now y'all trying to bend the rules. We know
What?
So now we're gonna act like we don't know who's better between Kawhi and Joker.
Well,
I'm just
let's
saying
go back
it's
a couple
arguable.
videos. Let's go back a couple of videos. I don't think I put Kawhi in my top 5.
I did. You didn't put Joker in your top 5.
Absolutely, I didn't. But hey, understand though. I'm
So
just
what are we
saying.
talking about here?
No, what I'm
Hey, that was on the spot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Because I think niggas know. I'm not.
This is what y'all don't know shit. It's KD.
Kawhi is better than Jokic. Kawhi is better than Jokic. But Rod said tiers. I think they're in the same tier.
And that's what I mean. But
I
I
think
say
that's
y'all
arguable,
trying to,
bro.
but that's what I mean though. I say y'all trying to bend shit, and Kenny looking
Right,
at me
yeah.
crazy. Y'all trying to bend it. We
I'm
said
just saying-
players that are not better than Joker on his team.
I am trying to bend it. I am trying to bend it.
Okay.
I was saying that when I was saying I'm trying to bend it. Because
Let's do it with a clear hierarchy. Like we know KD is better than Harden and Kyrie.
That's
They don't know that.
The
They
Lakers
don't know that,
and
Cam. I don't know, Cam. It's what you want. They don't know that.
It's hard because with the Lakers and the Lakers and the Nets, they have player 1 and player 2, and then they have player 3 and player 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit is madness, bro. Like,
well, no, I agree with you, Rod, but that was my whole point. Like, it's probably not gonna work. Like, you know what I'm saying?
but Jokic, you can win a ring with Jokic as your best player in his career.
Okay, yeah, injuries and stuff. Yeah.
That goes the added stuff like that. That's what I was saying.
I never said right now though. Y'all chose to make it about today and this time. I just say you can win with Jokic as your best player. Period. And y'all were saying no. So I have to clarify because y'all will choose what the narrative is if I do not.
Well, when I say like, let's
Damn, that was some good smoking shit. Go ahead.
let's
No.
just have like,
man.
like when I say it won't work, if he gets like when LeBron retired, KD retired, you got Imani Bates in the league. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen then. I'm just talking about like within like the next 5 years, it won't work.
And the next 5, it can 100% where if you put the right team about in the next 5, hell yeah, bro.
And remember that I was saying if everybody was healthy, it can work if niggas get injured.
I'm taking year 40, Bron. I'm taking Jokic, bro. I don't care.
Crazy hell.
30. Well, no, he won't be 33, but like 30-year-old AD, he already injury prone in his prime. Oh my God, yes, bro. Yeah.
This
38-year-old Russ? Come, Jokic, let's go. We're taking this home.
This is gonna be the death of me, bro. Like y'all try to get so technical and act like y'all don't know what day it is when we talk about basketball for some reason, bro. And it baffles me. It really baffles me.
What are you talking about?
I want to do it with a clear higher, even though they wouldn't even. I don't even think the teams y'all said would beat the Nets. But Damian Lillard and who else y'all say? Kawhi? Is that what it is?
Oh, you talking about what Ross said?
Okay, Paul George is clear. Like that one is clear. Okay, we know Jokic is better than him, but we don't know Damian Lillard. Like, give him somebody like Trae Young.
Oh, thank you.
I could definitely tell your team with 3 top players that Jokic might not be one, but he's a top 3 on that game that could beat the team.
Oh, now when you do that, then probably. Like, who was you about to say?
I'm just gonna say like Luka and Kawhi or something like that. You know,
Yeah, because now you got like how you said you got 1, 2, and 3. Now you got 4, 5, 6. Like,
well, you know what I'm saying? Hey, like, that's what you need with these teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what you need with these teams are miraculous, bro. Like, I don't think we're really like.
I agree. That's why I was saying Jokic. I'm sorry, my brother. It's not gonna work. Like,
With that, you have to say that for everybody under KD and LeBron. Like, at that point, you know what I'm saying?
pretty much.
And that's why super teams are ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sick of it.
Pretty much. The only other
Kenny, what Kenny said
About what?
Joker, Paul George, and who was the other dude, Kenny?
Give me Kawhi or Dame. Either one.
With injuries on, it's possible. It's possible.
The only other team, and this one isn't even like the top 3 thing. The only team I can see beating one of these teams is if like this is a stretch. It never will happen, but like Jason Tatum or something went to the Warriors. Even though the talent doesn't compare, I think the like the system would kind of like, I think they would be tough to beat. But yeah, it's gonna be hard to beat these guys.
Bro, I swear this podcast is gonna be the death of me. Y'all try to make shit so like make it seem like it's so difficult, and it's not, bro. It's really not.
What are you talking about?
Like, I'm just talking about all in all, like even all the conversations we had, y'all try to make this stuff seem like it's so hard to think about, and like it takes time. Like some of this stuff are no-brainers to me personally.
And I feel like sometimes we go too surface level. Like I think we just think Jokic score, who got a better bag? Okay, I'm going with this guy. And I think that's it. But we when it comes to scoring, I'm always going to look at efficiency and volume. If you have a good volume and you have a good efficiency, you're a top scorer to me no matter what your bag looks like. Because you're getting that ball in the hole. And at the end of the day, that's what scoring is.
Yeah, but to me, that's where we just go separate ways. If I'm
talking about street ball, give me Jamal Crawford. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm not talking about bag though. Like, because I could say I think Kenny thinks CJ McCollum is so good because of his bag. But I'm not saying that. It's a reason he thinks CJ McCollum is so good, and I'm not just gonna automatically assume he's talking about because he know how to do a step back.
This is what I think about when I think of scoring. This is I literally break it down into 3 parts. I do volume, efficiency, bag. Jokic will take the top 2 categories over most niggas. Agree or disagree?
He's a center.
Yeah, I agree.
Volume alone make it an outlier when it comes to like him being a center. There's not too many high volume scorers as centers. So him doing that is already like, wow, you shouldn't be doing that. So if we're going to take credit away from efficiency, we got to give for volume.
Is this his first year averaging this much?
He's always up like in the 25, 24, 26 range.
What were you about to say, Cam?
I was about to say he might, wasn't he? Like that. I mean, I just want to play devil's advocate. I'm just trying to like get you to see some things. He might take those categories against LeBron.
And that's all what I'm trying. That's all the point I'm trying to make.
I don't think he's a better scorer than LeBron.
I'm going volume LeBron. Efficiency might be LeBron too.
Jokic is the highest in the league in efficiency. Like it's nobody. Yeah.
Are we doing like effective field goal percentage, or are we just doing baseline like FG?
Well, I was doing baseline FG. I think Giannis had it this year. Giannis had 56.9. I think Joker had 56.6. But it's still higher than LeBron's. But to Cam's point, that's what I'm saying. That's how I'm looking at it. To me, that's a no-brainer. Who's the better scorer? And LeBron doesn't have a fucking bag. Excuse my language.
He got a higher bag than Jokic.
But my point is that's not what I'm looking at. I know he does, but I'm not. That's not somebody who would be like, you see LeBron bag? Like he's not a person I would say look at his bag. But I still think
name a better scorer than LeBron.
Kevin Durant.
Why?
Because I feel like he can score on all 3 levels better than LeBron.
And the list checks out. He does more volume.
I'm not looking at that. I'm going
he has a bigger bag. But I'm saying it correlates is what I'm saying. You might not be going with it, but it correlates with my system.
Oh yeah, okay. Kyrie Irving. I think his efficiency and volume is probably better than Kyrie Irving's.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah.
I'm taking. Well, actually, I wouldn't even say that. Kyrie's one of the most efficient scorers in the league, bro.
Paul George, I'm taking Paul George. It's a lot of people.
I'm not taking Paul George over LeBron.
But see, that's my whole thing. I think we look at this different. Like, so for instance, if I was to go to, well, obviously they're not going to know who I'm talking about, but if I was to go to one of our homeboys and ask who's the better scorer between LeBron and Kobe, they would say LeBron just based on the fact he just passed them in all-time scoring. But me, I'm not looking at that. I don't care about that. But that's just my whole point. Like, even with that being, and I know you're trying to name instances to why like something like this guy is better at scoring than it, but it's like, as a matter of fact, this is the perfect analogy. Russ been averaging the most assists for the past 4 seasons over LeBron, but I mean, at least me, I'm not gonna speak for y'all because I see doing that is wrong. I still know that LeBron is a way better passer than Russ.
I mean, it's not far off though when it comes to the assist numbers. So it still correlates, like, you know what I'm saying? So those are, when it's close, you can talk about it. But if LeBron averaged 3 assists per game and Russ averaged 10, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Well, see, that also goes in it because I think Curry's passing is, and I know we got to wrap it up. Kenny got to go, actually got to go too, give my son a bath. But just like a couple more points I wanted to make. Curry, I think he's a very underrated passer, and I think that's because when he makes passes, his teammates misses it, so he's not getting the assist numbers.
I'm still going Russ when it comes to passing simply because Curry doesn't do it as much because he plays off ball a lot. I'm sure, like, if he actually made a concerted effort to be a pass first point guard, he could have great numbers, but he decides to play off ball a lot and to get shots up rather. So I got to give it to Russ.
What'd you say, Cam?
I said it's not even close.
And see, that's my whole point. Why is stuff? It's like the stuff that I say is not even close, but Kenny could say Paul George, Joker, and Dame Lillard can beat the Celtics and the Lakers.
This is what he get paid for, man.
Oh, that's not close either.
But that's not close. But Jaylen Brown's a better scorer than Jokic, though, right?
Oh yeah, fight back, Kenny. Fight back.
Y'all niggas love to get on me though, but it's fine though.
Well, no, that's also,
I'm on your side, kid. I'm with you.
That's also bad. Like,
I'm with you, dog.
yeah.
Oh, I capped, by the way, Demir. This was actually his first time being like up there with the point.
The Joker, right?
Yeah.
That's my whole point.
He had a great season. He was a top 15 scorer this year. Let's see what he do next year.
That's my whole point. But I can't say Jaylen Brown. I can't even say that's debatable. That's
Well, you're going about Jaylen Brown first time up here too.
I don't think Jaylen Brown has ever been a top 15 scorer in the top.
Oh, he's working his way. I'm strictly talking about now. I'm not talking about rookie Jaylen Brown, or you know what I'm saying. Like,
I'm saying,
that's what I'm saying. We're not talking about rookie Jokic either. We're talking about Jaylen Brown right now, and we're talking about Jokic right now.
Yeah, even this year, Jaylen, I don't even know if he might have been like top 20 in the averages. But
he was top 15, I believe. I had it pulled up. I don't know if I still do, but he was like 16 or 15, something like that.
But yeah, we had a crazy 4 quarters for y'all. I know for sure we went over, but hey, man, everybody loves some overtime. Great debate, great show today. Leave some comments down below. We want to hear from y'all. We want to talk to y'all. Nothing mean though. Y'all hurt Cam feelings last time. Chill, bro. We know about basketball. We just like to have fun on the 4th quarter podcast, baby.
Hey, whoever commented, I don't know if we know about basketball no more. I don't, man. Maybe you're right.
Jaylen Brown is better than Jokic, y'all. You heard it here first, man.
Score, yes. 17 by the way, Cam. But yeah, score, yes. But
wait, you said Jaylen Brown is 17?
Yeah, he was 17 this season with 24. And Joker had 20. He had 26.4. But it's like, see, it's so many 24s and 25s, like right there. It's like, but yeah, he was 17.
Put Jokic on the Celtics and add Dame, that's a ring.
Yeah, we gonna see y'all next episode.
That's not a ring.
Wrap it up, y'all.
That's not a ring.
Hold on. Last one. Is Jason Tatum a better scorer than Joker?
Yes.
No.
Kenny?
Volume and bag, baby.
I'm not sure.
That's my whole point. Cam just fucking said no.
He's not.
Jason Tatum.
That's my whole point right there. And that's been another episode of the 4th quarter podcast, man. I hope
Jokic got the efficiency, baby. We out.
I hope y'all like this one. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share as always. Check out our TikTok as well. It should just be 4th quarter podcast. We post our heated clips or funniest clips up there. So make sure y'all follow and like the videos up there as well. And we'll see y'all next time, man. Episode 40, man. Keep rocking with us.
Yeah.
Hey, man.